Hello everyone. I am attempting to make a video today. It's been so long. It's just, I don't know, just with everything going on, it's just been very hard um, to do it. And I guess some of y'all can relate to this. But I just want to thank the others in the Reborn community for continuing to make your videos. I wish that I had the time that I could go on and watch all of your videos. I don't have that time anymore. Yesterday and today, after I got the house cleaned up and everything and had some time, I sat down and I watched some of my favorite Reborn collectors. I just enjoyed it so much. And this is who I'm featuring today. It's the little Leif sculpt, the Reborn Leif. And he is the one that looks so much like my third grandson. When he was born, he looked so much like this little Leif did. And he was a little fella too. He was just this size. He was this size. This is like not a preemie, but just a small newborn. And I named him Ryker Kayne. That is his name, little Ryker. He was reborn by Alicia's Angels Reborn Nursery. I think that's her entire Alicia's Angels Reborn Nursery. She makes many dolls. She does some customs, and she also just makes dolls that's ready to buy, ready to purchase, and she puts them on the Reborn site and sells them there. I haven't bought one from her in quite a while, but she was my go-to artist when I first started collecting. I haven't really even counted the number that I bought from her, probably at least 5 little Reborns. I don't have my entire collection that I had the last time I did a YouTube video. I had the Lane sculpt, and I had him into a little boy, and he was reborn also by Alicia. There's this precious little girl that goes to our church, and she loves baby dolls. She is just loves baby dolls and pretends that they're real. So with her pretending that they're real, I just had a soft place in my heart to give her my little Lane sculpt. And you should have seen her. Oh, she took him in her arms, and her mother videoed a little clip of them on the way home from church that day after I had given him to her. And she was just talking to him and cuddling him and just pretending like he was real. She just thought he was real. So it was just the most precious little thing, and I'm so glad that I did that. This is let's see, I have one other that has a belly plate, and that's my twin B. Twin B has a belly plate. And then this one has the belly plate that's all the way up to the chest. This is the chest and all. I think Alicia did a really good job on his painting. I have noticed that after I've had my reborns a couple years, they get just a little bit of shininess to them, and I've noticed that he's beginning to get a little shiny. I have often thought about getting some matting and rematting a couple of them myself, but I don't know. I just haven't made that move to do that. I'm kind of afraid I'll mess them up, but the longer you have them, and if you know you're not gonna be selling them again, you don't want to mess them up, but then again, it might not hurt to try if you know that you're going to keep the baby forever. Um, just, I'm not going to do a changing. I just thought I would just let him be the little uh, centerpiece right here while I talk to you a little bit, just to let you know what's kind of been going on in my life. Um, Last February, my mother, she she had already developed some dementia, but she could still take care of herself. We had already stopped her from driving, but she was fine staying at home alone. And then in February, actually, she was with me. We had been in my house, and I took her home and was getting out of the car. She had actually stayed the night, a couple of nights, and I was getting her things out of the back seat of the car. She got out on the passenger side, and the next thing I knew, she was on the ground. She had fallen. And oh my goodness, scared me to death. I ran around there and helped her up, and she said that her shoulder was hurting so bad. And I thought, well, I said, maybe you just knocked it out of place. I said, let's go in. It was almost time for some lunch. I said, let's go in and get us some lunch and see how it feels, after we've had lunch. Well, after we had had lunch, she could not move it. And I had gone ahead and given her some leave to take. She could not move her shoulder, her arm, and I looked at it and I noticed it had started to swell. So I immediately called my sister, told her what had happened, and I was taking my mother to the uh, where I used to work, which is not our nearest hospital, but it's about 30 miles away. So I took her there, and sure enough, she had broken the humerus, which is the bone that goes right up into your shoulder socket. She had broken it right below that little bulb, that end bone that goes up into the socket. So it wasn't broken actually into the shoulder, but right at the shoulder. It's broken in 3 places. Where I was so thankful that she didn't have to have surgery. We just went for several visits to physical therapy, and she's doing pretty good now. But since then, she has not stayed by herself. Her dementia has gotten worse, and she stays 1 week with me and 1 week with my sister. We just figured that was the best way that we could do it. I know I've heard so many people say that dementia patients do so much better in their own home, and that is true. I believe that to be true. But she seems to be okay. She seems to be happy here with me 1 week, with my sister 1 week. I mean, that gives us time to be with her uh, individually, and then that gives us a week with our spouses where we can go and do what we need to do. It gives me time to I'll do my grocery shopping every other week when I don't have her, and it's just working out. But I do desire your prayers and in taking care of my mother. I had noticed that she had just about quit eating. I mean, we asked her all these questions. Mom, does it hurt to swallow? Is it difficult to swallow? And she would say no to all these. Well, I myself have GERD, which is reflux disease, and mother takes nothing for that. So I was thinking, well, I wonder, because she would say she feels full all the time. So I said, I wonder if that's what's going on with her, is some reflux. And she belches a lot, an awful, awful lot. And so I was thinking, well, I'm going to try her on some anti-acid medication. And I actually, started giving her what I do. And she's been with my sister this week. So my sister messaged me yesterday, and she says, I think that might have been what was wrong with mother. She said, because for the past 2 days, she's been eating a little better. So anyway, with dementia patients, it's very hard to figure out what's going on with them. So I'm just thanking God that hopefully that's what's going to help her to eat better, because she was actually getting weak. She had lost 7 pounds and she seemed to be getting weak, like when she would get up to walk, and she was much slower. And I was thinking, I told her, I said, Mother, we're going to have to take you to the doctor. And she says, why? She said, no, there's nothing wrong with me. So anyway, that's what's been going on here. My husband's still working. I'm getting ready for him to retire, but he's working for the boys. They work with him, so our 2 sons. So he just keeps on keeping on because of them. But thank you. I'm gonna have to close it up. I know this video might be too long, but thank you for watching, and those of new subscribers, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy my videos. I'm hoping that I can get more done on the weeks that I don't have Mother. I mean, I could do it on the weeks that I do have her, I think. But anyway, I just hope you all have a very blessed day. Keep your faith, stay safe. That's another thing I want to uh, thank God for. Our entire family has been well. We haven't gotten the coronavirus, and I'm so